Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and today we're gonna take a break from horror games to play Nintendogs. Cute! She's so adorable! She look at my palm! Oh my god! She's perfect! Oh! Just kidding. I'm not Markiplier. This is the power of acting. Hello everybody, my name is Nuts, and I like to watch horror content. So of course I had to watch Markiplier's horror show, The Edge of Sleep. After we review all 6 episodes of season 1 and explore the series, we're gonna eat some ice cream. Yay! Now let's begin with episode 1, The Whale.
She died in her sleep.
Beams of light in the shape of blue triangles greet you. Looks really flashy and cool. Some guy on the airplane sees a woman with white eyes, telling him to
stay awake.
All we know is her name is Katie, and she has a very fashionable blanket. Hi, Katie. Then the plane immediately crashes into the water, and the intro to Edge of Sleep plays. We'll cover the intros and outros in a later section. We know the protagonist has nightmares since childhood that are getting worse, but we don't know what causes these constant nightmares. Cosmic Whale takes all this guy's red pills, such, and we see a foreshadowing montage of strange things, including more blue triangles, Katie in the red room, chains, ambulance on the road, flapping cadaver bag, green lighting and someone sleeping, guy near broken mirror, stone mask people watching a kid sleep, broken down car, kid watching someone sleep in the green tube, more stone mask people, lump of flesh in a car, dude just staring, more lump of flesh in a car, dirty dude plus screaming, even more lump of flesh in a car, dude screaming but red, somehow even more lump of flesh in a car, carving triangles into your skin, triangle singe on the cadaver's brain. Can't show you this part. Okay, we get it. The thing in the car is important. Pretty woman, but red. Lump of flesh rolling around. Red triangle and eye. Even more stone mask people aura farming. Finally telling us something important. Then a stone mask person grabs him and he wakes up. It's a lot of time skipping around in this show, so get ready for that. We find out his name is Dave. 2 things to know about Dave. He has insomnia and he hurts himself in his sleep. Sometimes he ends up bleeding and sometimes he ends up falling. Kind of like a you laugh, you lose challenge YouTube compilation. Dave works at Dadek's labs during the graveyard shift. Dave also takes antipsychotic medication called Zonatil. Mateo knows that Dave needs to keep living his life and not be upset about his lost relationship and also his horrible nightmares. Cool car montage. I really like the foreshadowing of the elephant on the TV screen walking forward and the elephant bong, then immediately showing someone sleeping, letting us know it's already too late. The elephant is here. Looks like the party already winded down with Connor and Gus just chilling and drinking. Oh my god, Connor looked like Cat in the Hat. Connor reveals that Dave has parasomnia. Parasomnia refers to a group of sleep disorders characterized by unusual or abnormal sleep behaviors or experiences that occur during sleep. These behaviors can range from harmless to destructive and even dangerous. Connor then tells how Dave in high school passed out, peed himself, and bashed his head on the floor and ended up in a mental institution. I guess he didn't have the Zonatil then. Then Gus calls Dave's ex-girlfriend a junkie girl.
Hey, don't call her that.
Ooh. Leading to Mateo and Connor fighting. It's only 2 brothers in the show and they are already fighting. Damn, bro. They end up knocking over this dude and realize that they are definitely dead. Connor and Gus roll out like the Autobots, but not before grabbing a few bottles on the way out. Dave and Mateo soon find everyone else in the house is not breathing. Thinking everyone is suffering from a gas leak, Dave and Mateo rush to the hospital with some cool wide shots. The duo find a pair of nurses at the hospital that are willing to help. Wow, she's pretty. We also see a Modafinil commercial with a rad blue pill that plays guitar. Who needs sleep when you have pills? Doctors let the hospital staff leave even though the next shift has yet to come in. They even tried contacting government agencies but haven't had any help. After noticing 2 patients and a nurse die after going to sleep, a nurse realizes the connection.
She died in her sleep.
38 hours without sleep. Episode 2, The Elephant.
Okay, I don't know.
We begin in Ponderosa, California, 1995. Little Davey is learning words with his mom. How sweet. Oh, wait, that's the elephant. And the baby elephant pops out of his chest. Kawaii. Looks like one of them alien babies. We see more stone as people watch him sleep. And Dave suddenly wakes up with his girlfriend trying to comfort him. Dave hides the truth about his dreams from his girlfriend, Katie, who at this point is not a wide-eyed wraith like in episode 1. Katie doesn't want to be lied to and reassures Dave that he needs to talk with someone. Present day, present time. Santa Maria, California. 40 hours without sleep. The nurse realizes her coworker is dead and everyone decides to go to the police station. Now we have the trio of Dave, Mateo, and Linda. Linda realizes that no one is outside, so of course she decides to fire a gun directly into the air. Pretty dramatic way to get people's attention, but no one comes. Dave breaks into a home to find survivors, only to find people dead in bed. Plus some shots with the stone mask, the elephant, cadaver bags, and alarms blaring in your ear. We do see a dog in his cage. I don't know if that means the dog was up all night or animals are immune to the dream death. That doesn't really matter. You know, we don't hear back from the dog again. The dog is cute though. It's a good dog. Cute doggy. So cute. So cute. So good doggy. Doggy so cute. Dave keeps calling Katie to see if she's still up. We don't know who Mateo and Linda call or message because they are side characters. So who cares? Mateo suggests they go to a radio station to find people still awake, but Mateo's car breaks down. Womp womp. Katie does call Dave back, but to tell him to leave her alone and respect her space. So he decides to Usain Bolt to her house. Ferris Bueller style, baby. Look at him effortlessly hop this fence. Dave makes it to Katie's and breaks down her door, okay, and is soundly bopped in the head. Boop. Linda and Mateo reach the radio station and send a broadcast telling everyone to stay awake and report to the Santa Maria hospital. And we find out Katie took some sleeping pills. 41 hours without sleep. Episode 3. The Black Triangle. We see a commercial for the Dream Chamber in the retro 1990s style, developed by Dr. Luis Castaneda, a machine made to do 3 things.
Monitor the dream, influence the dream, and as a result, understand the dream.
More blue triangles. Ooh. Katie walks in on Dave in the bathroom. He has a bloody triangle carved into his chest. No, I can't show you the blood triangle, but use your imagination. Dave also says her name in like a pretty disturbing way.
Katie? What's wrong?
Flash forward to the present, 41 hours without sleep. Dave helps Katie purge and find her pills that she took. Just a little waving through the contents of her stomach. It's totally pomegranate kombucha. It's also still very warm. Ooh. Found them. I know we're hopping around a lot. It's kind of confusing, but you know, when it looks like it's like, hey, you see this guy? Know it's the past, all right? When you see Davey in bed, know it's the recent past. And when they look terrified and tired, it's the recent future. I know it's a little confusing to keep up with all this stuff, but they time hop around a lot, like excessively, and it'd be hard to keep track of it now. Back in Ponderosa, California, 1995, Dr. Luis Castaneda talks to Dave's mom about his nightmares and self-harm. We see Dave drawing a face of an elephant and tearing the image, as well as a wooden carved elephant in the background. Back to the present. Dave, Mateo, Linda, and Katie discuss the effects of sleep deprivation. These can include, but not limited to, I've experienced with some of these myself, and I personally wouldn't recommend it. 43 hours without sleep. They're back at the hospital, but no one new has arrived after the radio broadcast. They do find a very tired lady screaming for help. The pain from lymphoma keeps Ruth up all night, allowing her to survive so far. Flashback to the past. The elephant and the dream people are briefly discussed by Dave's mother and doctor as we see a young Dave drawing more and more of the stone masked people. 45 hours without sleep. The group takes modafinil, the drug we've seen advertised earlier. Flashback to the green glowing dream tube, the dream chamber, and Dave gets to try it out. Dr. Luis Castaneda seems as silly as he is lonely, while the doctor talks about relationships in his life. We see cutaways to the stone mask and a giant whale, similar to the one that took Dave's pills in episode 1. This whale lays dead in the graveyard though, so a little different. Back to the present, Katie is still upset that Dave avoids talking about his self-harm. Katie wants Dave to face his problems head on and stop running away. This gets cut short though. Dave and Mateo assist Linda with the autopsy. When the cadaver's skull is cut open, smoke bellows out and they find a triangle singed on the cadaver's brain. Soon we see the elephant wearing a red dress and Dave carving the blood red triangle in his chest with a shard of glass. 47 hours without sleep. Episode 4, The Dream People.
You got something to do with this, man? Maybe I do. Maybe I do, okay? I don't know. But let's find out.
Dave wakes up in a red hospital, confused and coughing, then falls out of bed. Can we get a playback of that in slow motion? Now fast forward. One more time at normal speed. 48 hours without sleep. We see the same smoky brain and know it's connected to the triangle Dave carved into his chest. Linda tells the group how she lost her license for Cyanogen by being a pharmaceutical company whistleblower, explaining that she would need a team of virologists to understand what's going on. Feeling of hopelessness sets into everyone. As Dave explains some of his childhood trauma, we flash back. Dr. Luis tells Dave to try talking to the dream people as he's monitored in the dream chamber. We also get to hear how nightmarish the chamber sounds.
Dave, you're in a safe place. You're in your bedroom. Nothing can harm you here. I've reassured him.
Dave is instructed to leave his dream room and look around for the dream people. The stone masks ring a bell, then disappear, revealing the elephant jump scare. Dave's mom screams for him to be woken up, and Dave stabs the doctor in the neck. I hope it's okay. Linda tells Ruth the truth about the sleep deaths, and Linda scans Ruth's brain as he dies to learn more about what happens when you go to sleep. Dave, Mateo, and Katie object, but they can't stop what's coming. R.I.P. Ruth. Linda learns that people die in their dreams. So if you die in your dream, you die in the real world. Dun dun dun. Mateo starts crashing out under all this confusion and frustration. Dave reveals a triangle scar on his chest and plans to learn more about how everything is connected. Ruth died in 3 minutes after sleeping, so the plan is to only have Dave sleep for 2 minutes to see if they can learn something new. And now it's only one thing to do for Dave to go to sleep. Oh man. And now we know what the red room is. 58 hours without sleep. Oh wait, it's counting down. 0 hours without sleep. Episode 5, The Nightmare.
You could abandon your friends with some crazy plan to save them because you think you're special, when in reality, you're just leaving them to die.
A modafinil plug leads to a haunting radio message, waking up chained to a spike in the ground. Dave tries to survive in the dream world as voices try to get him to drink the water that he can't reach. As the voices and crashing waves become louder and louder, a familiar car arrives from the horizon. A vision of Dave's mother offers him putrid water to drink. The red triangle eye tips off that it's bad. Dave sees someone in robes of the stone men as a whale passes overhead. Are they here to save him? Dave gets a warning that the elephant will try to stop him and he must travel to Aristera. And we pan to the elephant doing elephant things. Dave wakes up telling the group to travel to
Brought to you by Modafinil.
They agree to follow Dave's dreams and fly to Aristera. It's not like they got any better options. And I know it might seem kind of wild for the group to just trust them automatically, but it's not like they have any better options right now. It's either go to sleep and die like everybody else, or trust the guy with the triangle in his chest. What do you got to lose at that point, right? The group packs up supplies and head out to find a plane, but Katie ends up going to sleep. The field of view gets smaller and smaller as Katie drifts farther and farther into deep sleep.
It's okay. Breathe. You okay? Okay.
Katie doesn't know if she can make the 17-hour flight, but Dave wants her to hang on, promising he won't let her fall asleep, and he wants to dance with her in the sky. As the group flies to Aristera, Katie drifts in his sleep. Rip Katie. Okay, so the weird part about the sleep counter at this point, whose sleep is it counting? Because at first we assume it's counting, you know, like Dave's sleep, right? But, well, he was only asleep for 2 minutes, I guess. So I guess that 2 minutes doesn't really, it doesn't really count too much. Okay, that's fine. It's not like they were counting like Mateo's sleep or Linda's sleep, right? 61 hours without sleep. Episode 6, The Dream Warrior.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Katie's dead. Rip Katie. So that leaves Dave, Mateo, and Linda. Mental fatigue starts to set in as the remaining group loses their grip on reality. Dave begins to hallucinate Katie's voice, seeing visions of the stone mask and himself as a boy and the elephant. 64 hours without sleep. Mateo starts to lose focus and vision while piloting the plane, using self-harm to keep himself awake. 69 hours without sleep. A quarter dose of modafinil from Linda goes a long way when you're this tired.
Modafinil, when you absolutely must stay awake. Side effects may include heart palpitations, chest pain, heart pain, hematuria, dizziness, swelling, spinal bleeding, feelings of impending doom, nosebleed, loss of consciousness, hallucinations, and death. Ask your doctor today.
Hey, it works. But it comes at the risk of stopping Mateo's heart. Linda recommends Mateo make small incisions and clean them with hydrogen peroxide to stay awake. Don't try this at home. 75 hours without sleep. Dave's grip on reality gets weaker and weaker as he hallucinates multiple Mateos. And a very kawaii Linda. So goy. 77 hours without sleep. Mateo sees the island of Aristera. Are they finally safe? 77 hours, 14 minutes without sleep. Mateo realizes there is no runway for planes, so they have to land in the ocean. Oh, hey, it's Katie. Hi, Katie. Oh, so this is the part in episode 1 where they... The group washes ashore, wandering through the land of Aristera. Voices call out to them, but they persist forward. A lot of hallucinating. Looks like they're all having a pretty rough time. This part is supposed to be a psychic battle, but it's honestly pretty boring and long and uninteresting. Katie's in a coffin. I really don't get why she cares so much about Katie. Like, okay, she died, but a lot of people died. Something, elephant, they win. Yay! From here, the group gets found. We see a community of survivors. Everyone is being chilling, and we learn that the elephant also takes many forms. We enter the home of the stone mask. The stone mask wears tails of whales. They create veils to protect the world. This kind of sounds like Kpop demon hunters, but an evil attacks dreams. Dave has a special power for the war coming. Is he Luke Skywalker? Dave gets sad and finds out that the stone mask have been watching him all along. It's mostly just vague mystic talk though. The group finally gets some rest, peacefully sleeping as the whales watch from over the sky. Oh wait, and all the dead people arise? Hi Katie! So everyone that died in their sleep are coming back. Cool. Let's take a closer look at the series, sound design, themes, and acting. Oh yeah, they need to eat. I love dried pasta. Yum, 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 yum. I love dried pasta. All right. That's enough dried pasta. I'm going now, get. Now let's focus in on the edge of sleep. Intros and outros. The intro for Edge of Sleep is the best part of the show. We see Mateo's car, the stone mask watching everything, a red triangle eye, a modafinil pill animated around, hanging out, you know, and so much more is foreshadowed. And a dreamy, wavy RGB filter with Peggy Lee's I Go to Sleep in the background. The show has 6 outros and none of them had any real impact on me, honestly. So it's not really much to say there. I did like how episode 6, the outro is the intro, Peggy Lee's I Go to Sleep. For the storyline, it feels rushed, fast-paced, and unfulfilling. The dialogue can feel weak and uninteresting at times.
Dave, what's going on?
Oh, okay. Just processing some things.
Also, why don't Katie, Mateo, and Linda seem concerned about family or loved ones dying, right? Everybody's dying in their sleep. Why don't they care about their family? Why aren't they thinking about that? Why aren't they like concerned at all? We see Dave focusing on Katie, and we never really learn anything about any other characters, right? It feels strange to spend so much time with Katie, Mateo, and Linda and know so little about them. Do they not have people that they care about? I do like dramatic moments with big tension, like when Dave carved into his own skin. But all the small scenes, especially with Dave, feel really flat. I do like the premise of this show, everybody dying in their sleep. The story feels so incomplete. Like, dying in your sleep and trying to survive is great, but the execution is just ugh. Also, season 1 for a horror show, so I'm not expecting to get all the answers right away, right? But I'm still left wanting a fuller experience. It's like leaving a restaurant still hungry. For the production, I really did not like the blaring alarms. And overall, I thought the use of dramatic music was overdone. It feels like the music was used to create immersion in scenes that otherwise felt boring, instead of using the music to hype up something really exciting. Overall, I like the cinematography. The show looks fantastic. You can tell they got some high quality cameras, you know? And especially the scene with the planes falling, it looks, but I feel like a lot of times the show looks cool, but there's nothing like interesting happening on screen. So I don't know what's going on with the elephant battle in episode 6. It's so boring and anticlimactic. Like, it's like a coffin and it's Katie and it's the elephant and Dave's like eyes are bleeding and it's like, oh my god. Okay, there had to be like a million better ways to portray the psychic battle that would have been way more interesting than what we saw. Even if it was happening in his head, that would have been more interesting than what we got, honestly. Also, why is the elephant wearing this red dress all the time? What's going on with that? I don't get it. Like, it looks so weird. They're just like T-posing around inside this red dress for no real reason. Like, there's some scenes where we see the elephant and it looks really good. It's like, oh my god, jump scare elephant, ah. And there's other scenes where it's like, okay, we get it. It's supposed to be threatening or scary. Like, I don't love the elephant design, and I really don't know what I'm supposed to feel when I watch it. I really don't get it. Like, it's gross, but it's like, I don't know. It could be worse, I guess. I still think if it was shown less, it would be more effective. As for the acting, Mateo was good for what he was. Comic relief character that goes with the handle sometimes. Katie feels like someone trying to hold it together, and watching Katie, you really get the sense that she's both fragile and resilient. Markiplier acting is not so great in the subtle moments. Scenes where he's like cutting himself with the glass again feel really, really good. And the voice acting he does feels fantastic. It feels like really immersive.
Katie? What's wrong?
And I really like Linda throughout the series. From the way she cuts in with like, I don't know. Like a frustrated person really would.
Heart attack, a stroke, what happened?
No! Okay! I don't know!
Crazy.
I'm really sorry.
Driven, dog.
To how she seems like paranoid while they walk around Aristera. I think the biggest distinction is this scene right here, immediately after the plane crash. Mateo looks upset and frustrated, Dave ponders without much emotion, and Linda tries to get the water out of her hair. It's really subtle, but it's perfect. I'm trying to get some water out my damn hair. For changes, I would like to have all of the flashbacks be in one episode. I really don't get why we have to jump around to here, boom, and then we see this scene, and then we see this, and go back to the recent past, we go to this some past, blah, blah, blah. I would rather if it was just one episode with all the flashbacks, and maybe Dave can look kind of worried and perturbed like he usually does. We see him kind of just zone out for a second, and it seems like, well, what was he thinking about? What's going on in his head? It could be an episode that starts with him talking to Katie, right? And then we see the whole going through everything with the sleep chamber and the doctor and his dreams. So that way it's all condensed into one scene instead of just hopping around constantly. It'd be like a lot less confusing to watch and a lot more entertaining because it was like, oh wow. You remember the episode with Dave and his past? Yeah. Instead of just bouncing around every 10 seconds, it feels like. But for Edge of Sleep, the constant time jumping doesn't give the scenes enough time to breathe. It'll be a lot more succinct and a lot easier to understand and a lot more immersive, I think. Really. As for my favorite scene, Linda shooting the gunshot in the air. It's the perfect example of the character's mindset shifting. And it feels like the story starts because the world stops making sense. And Dave and Mateo are watching, seeing what's going on. They can really feel the immersion because they didn't have to use like crazy music here. It's perfect. As for my fun thoughts on the show, I feel like the show is okay. And if you're a little bit more critical, it's like a 6 out of 10. I feel like if you're feeling more generous, it's like a 7 out of 10. So there we go. 6, 7. Perfect. Now we're gonna eat some ice cream. Yay! Cold Benoit. Tiffany desk. Hello, Tiffany here. And today we're gonna be eating the ice cream. Ooh. But before we do that, let's do a fit check. Here's one of my favorite things to wear right here. This is a Samurai Showdown shirt. Look how cool Ninja looks. Look how fiery and flamey he looks. Fire fist of flame. Now you can see it now. One of his eyes is like darker, and one of his eyes is like way lighter. Ooh, Ninja. And these are the Adidas track pants. A lot of black. I'm wearing black now, right? I'm wearing black now. That's my favorite color. I like black and white. Like those two colors go well together in every space of my life. Black and white. They're pretty comfortable. Like the fabric in here is really soft and meshy. So you can wear it during like different seasons and you won't sweat too much. And last we have the kicks. You know, we got the shoes. I got my National Geographic. You can see it right there. These ones are lightly worn. I have one pair that's worn pretty well. And this is the Vans collab. You kind of see the Vans somewhere right there. Vans. Oh my god, they only have one shoe. No, I have both shoes. I really like the spacey vibe. The Swiss Rolls ice cream. Artificially flavor added 1 pint. So they've been selling to my local grocery store for like $1. Swiss Rolls ice cream. Get a little closer, you can see it clear. Swiss Rolls ice cream. They got sugar in it, I know that. They got sugar in it. It was high fructose corn syrup. Fructose and a lot of things can bother me. There's no high fructose corn syrup. Like I cook with corn. Like you can make like really great French fries with corn syrup. It's not really a big deal. High fructose corn syrup is the problem. So strange thing about this ice cream. I opened it one time, and the first time I had it, it was vanilla ice cream. So the first time I had this, it was vanilla ice cream, right? And I'm like, okay, it was vanilla. Then the second time I had it, it was chocolate. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to be chocolate or vanilla ice cream. I mean, if you look at the top, it's like cream filling, right? So it's cream filling, and then it's also like chocolate. So I don't know which one it's supposed to be. So it's kind of like, it's just a surprise every time. It's like a 50-50 every time. So let's open it and say. Right. Also, I'm gonna say before I open this cost $1 too. I don't know what's going on, but these only cost $1 for a pint of ice cream. So that's why I've been getting them. Oh, okay, this one's chocolate. I started a big reveal. Big reveal. Ba-ba-da-ba! It's chocolate. Okay, it's chocolate this time. Okay, that's the top. Let's look at the top. It's really soft and fluffy. Give it the first scoop. Oh, that is really soft. You get a little scoop, you get a little taste. Go ahead. You get a little taste. Go ahead. Okay. It's really light. It's really fluffy. It's like vanilla when you get a little deeper. I guess it changes up on you when you get a little deeper. It's like a little creamy. You see like a little creaminess in it. I think we can do this every single time though. Every single time, we'll get some ice cream and try it out. All my other videos are kind of more like 2SKO related for the new Riot fighting game, but I want to make more horror content as well. So expect like Kpop Demon Hunters, then like the Silent Hill F video. I got some fun intro stuff planned for that. So when I eat sweet things like this, I could eat this whole thing, but it's gonna take me a while. People I know, like they know me for like eating, like they eat like a big piece of cake. I eat like cakes in like small, like a skinny little slither, like a little spoonful. You see, a little spoonful. Also, good idea. I'm gonna leave this in frame. That way you know what I'm eating, so you can see the top. Good idea, right? Mm-hmm. I'll just keep whittling away at it. Whittling, wow. Whittling, wow. I'm obviously hungry, so I'm gonna eat this whole thing, so I'm gonna stop now. Also, it's always good to eat something healthy. Look at that, a little bit of celery right there. A little bit of celery. It's so chewy. Yeah. Healthy. Later. It's so good.